Okay, less than 24 hours and we are gone, left, and you would think by now that I would be super organized and the entire bedroom would be finished and packed. It's just, I've just got so many piles. The downstairs is completely, the downstairs is completely done, thank God. Contract has been signed, and the biggest thing that's happened today is I did my last clients in terms of horses. Very happy. I had some really cool cases. But we've also said goodbye to Betty. Betty's the car. We had to go down the whole WeBuyAnyCar.com route because we've left it such last notice, lastminute.com. But have lost a bit of money, but I think at the end of the day, a car's a car and they just depreciate a lot quicker than a house or anything like that. So it's a little bit annoying, but it is what it is at the same time. And she's gone and a bit sad. So yeah, no car. Tonight I have to finish packing. I've got my lovely neighbour round who is helping us with the toilet seat because it's a little bit loose. And I thought, you know what, I don't want to be allowing any form of not that the tenants would have a problem, but I don't leave anything to go wrong. So I've super checked everything, crossed all my T's and dotted all my I's to make sure it's going to be the best that it can be. Today has been honestly a day of running around like a headless chicken. Really, how can you say it? Interesting thing happened from a caught me off guard moment. So I felt a little bit disorientated today, trying to do my non-negotiables, which is get up in the morning, do my yoga, get up at the same time every morning. For consistency, I believe the body likes consistency, likes routine. And I was meditating and I was like, I can't concentrate. My brain was everywhere. I just could not focus. If you resonate with that, please comment below and let me know. So I was like, just get up, did some work, walked to the gym and did my yoga. And as my head hit that mat, and honestly, as it hit, I started crying, floods of tears. There's probably about 12 people in the room and I was just bawling. I was listening to the instructor, but actually had to just shut off from doing any of the movements because I was just floods and floods of tears. I didn't know what came over me. And instead of fighting it, running out, I actually just gave in and just laid there and was just like, this needs to happen. I obviously need to release this. And this probably lasted for about 10 minutes. And I was just my hair was wet. It was that bad. And afterwards, I had the most amazing practice. It was completely free of any thought. I was so present. The instructor actually said because afterwards she came up to me and she was like, are you okay? Because obviously she was like, I've never had anyone cry in my yoga sessions. First time for everything. No, she's awesome. She'd actually she got me a little essential oil, which is beautiful and I'm so grateful. And she said to me you obviously needed that because as soon as she said, I noticed you stopped crying and you were then in tune with the flow. She said you were actually anticipating and you were almost beat me to my move, but I didn't know her practice. You said that's the beauty of connection. That's the beauty of what yoga does, really connects you. And I said, that's the word that I would say going forward was, went into that room probably feeling disconnected, feeling stressed. Now, side note on stress, guys, if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling overwhelmed, this is something that I teach in True Self-Mastery, help my clients one-to-one with. Yes, nutrition is key, seed oil-free nutrition, movement is fundamental, weight training, especially for women over the age of 30 from a muscle mass perspective. The other thing is I call the brain gym. So stress management is fundamental in helping you manage your cortisol. Cortisol is not bad. It's a good thing. It's released by the body. It's there for survival, protect us. What happens is we live in this constant cortisol high state, repetitively, like a mouse on a hamster wheel, that if we don't get off, we'll end up burning out. And a lot of us end up becoming very dysregulated. A lot of us end up suffering because of this. So the key when it comes to things like bringing down your cortisol is called brain gym stress management. So many things you can do. There's actually no point in me just giving you loads because it's got to resonate with you. So the best thing you can do is just comment below, reach out to me. I'm happy to help. I want to help because living in a constant state of stress, no matter what you're eating and doing in the gym, you're going to feel like you're not making progress. The body needs time to come down, it needs time to rest. So, side note on that, let's go back to the story. After that practice, I felt like something had been lifted off of my chest. And it made me think, like, why do we associate crying with always being a bad thing? What happens if crying was just another way of your body releasing that stored energy? Now, that's what it felt to me, because I wasn't upset about anything in particular. I had to cry. I mean, I cry when I'm happy sometimes. I cry when I'm sad. I just can cry at something pretty beautiful. I give you, again, if you relate, please comment below. So afterwards felt like I needed it, and I'm really grateful for that. So really happy with what happened, even though I was like, this is new. And the yoga instructor was like, well, there's a first time for everything. Had a really cool case in the afternoon with a horse, which I'm happy to share. By the way, I have another YouTube channel, which is the Empowered Equestrian, and it's where I empower riders, horse owners to speak up so that there is always a solution answer when it comes to some kind of unresolved behavior lameness. Ladies, gentlemen, whoever's watching, there is always an answer. Animals are always communicating. Your body is always talking to you. So that went really well. Had some tears again, said goodbye to some of my lovely clients. And I was like, okay, this is now getting real. So tonight, the next port of call is to pack for the next 2 hours, go to bed with no packing left to do. So in the morning, I can wake up, spring clean the house, and then I have a checklist of things to do in terms of ringing the internet, ringing the water, ringing the gas and electric, ensuring the house. Like, there's a few checklist of things to do that have to be done tomorrow. So it doesn't stop, but it's also mad to think that this time tomorrow in 1 hour, so 25 hours time, I'll be on a plane heading to Dubai, saying goodbye to my beautiful house, taking that leap of faith and trusting that it will work out. If you're listening and you're thinking, Nika, I'm on the fence, I feel like I've got this itch I want to scratch, I don't know what to do, go for it. You only live once. Scratch that itch. What's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is you come back. At least you've scratched that itch, you've done what you wanted to do. And sometimes the failures, the things that we don't see coming, are our greatest story, are our greatest pain. But turning that pain into power is more powerful than sitting where you are, feeling uncomfortable, feeling comfortable, because sometimes comfort can hold you back. Go for it.